guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexandrea and this is going to be my week 19 and 20 twin pregnancy update. So let's go ahead and get started. So I just like to start off with my symptoms, and honestly there hasn't been much that has changed. I'm still getting the headaches, not any migraines again, but I do still get the headaches. So I have taken up like drinking soda, like a bottle, a little bit, like a bottle of soda a day. But I just have like a 2 liter, so it's really just like a glass of soda a day. Or I'll drink coffee. So usually if I have coffee, then I'm okay without having that additional caffeine from the soda, but sometimes still lingers in and I just drink some and then I'll be okay. And outside of that, the only other changes has been body-wise, of course, like aches, pains, things like that with the growing belly. With me being 5'9", and just carrying with the length of my body, I guess you could say, I don't look as, I guess some people say I don't look like I'm carrying twins, which has been a blessing because I'm sure that those with a smaller frame, it puts more stress on their body. But I still have the aches from the stretching of the scar tissue. And I've also been getting these little quick, like, I don't really know how to explain them, but it happens all across the top of my belly. And it's just been happening more frequently. I can be standing, sitting, it doesn't matter, but it's been happening more frequently. And I mentioned it to my doctor at my appointment this past Friday. So she recommended that, because I do drink at least a gallon or 32 ounces short of a gallon a day. So she said I'm drinking plenty of water, but she recommended I try drinking like Gatorade or something like that to see if that helps. She said it's something that they're going to keep a close eye on because it sounds like it could be Braxton Hicks. So they're just going to kind of keep a close eye on that. And when I get it's like a really quick pull or tightening at the top of my stomach. It happens really quick and then it goes away, but it's enough to make me like actually go, ooh, that hurt, like, ooh, you know, like it's like a quick, happens really quick, but it is happening more frequently. So I mentioned it to her at the visit, and she said that is something they'll keep an eye on. So I picked up Gatorade, Powerade, kind of thing. So I've started incorporating that into my diet. And then she also wanted me to start baby aspirin again. I was taking baby aspirin as part of my little IVF, I don't know like what to call it, but a part of like all the medicines and things that I was taking for IVF. And then I stopped once I was probably like 6 weeks pregnant, or 6 to 8 weeks pregnant. I stopped taking baby aspirin. So she told me to start taking baby aspirin again. So I'm taking the baby aspirin, my prenatal, the DHA, and I think that's it. That could possibly be it. Yeah. So that's all I'm taking now. In addition to the Makina that I take weekly on Fridays. I still despise her. She is still not my best friend because she burns. And it's just part of something that I do, that I have to do for my babies, and I just cry and get it over with and, you know, just keep going. Another thing that has changed is my energy. I feel like my energy, I never really felt like I got my energy back once I got pregnant. But I am definitely starting to feel more drained quicker. So that's something that I definitely have had to watch. I can't walk for long periods of time, for a variety of reasons. Like, one, I end up not being able to breathe, or just like heaving, like I just ran up a flight of stairs, and two, my belly just really starts to ache when I've been walking for a long period of time. So those are two things that kind of affect like my energy and getting things done around the house. So I have been doing my best in upkeeping the house, but it's just not how I would normally do, you know, do the housework. But it gets clean, so it's fine. There haven't been any other really changes appointment wise. I had 2 appointments. One was my follow-up visit with my for the anatomy scan for the twins, and that came back, everything was fine. They were supposed to check my membrane as well, but they didn't. So just to give you a little understanding, so when I had the anatomy scan the first time, they did the external, doing just the regular wand on my belly, and then they also did the internal to check my membrane. So at that time, the doctor told me that he was going to check me again when I came back, just to see if they needed to put a stitch in my cervix, because my membrane was kind of like going down into where the cervix is. So he just wanted to put a stitch there to prevent, you know, any future issues. So this visit, they only did external, but when I asked him about it, he was just like, oh no, your membrane's fine. You know, so that's definitely something that I'm going to call and follow up with them about, because that's really been bugging me this whole weekend, because it's not something to play with, and then just stuff just really weighs heavy on me, and I just really continue to think about it until it's kind of settled, especially when it comes to this pregnancy. I have been struggling with, well, I have a lifetime issue of struggling with patience. However, being pregnant, it has definitely gotten worse. And because I'm aware of it, I have been able to kind of tame it just a little bit, but yeah, kind of not a lot, but I'm working on it. And I'm aware, like, so I'm self-aware of it. But it's definitely gotten worse since being pregnant. I really just don't want to do anything ever. Like, it's just most comfortable for me to be laying down. At the same time, I want to get out and do stuff because the holidays are coming, and you know, like, just prepping for stuff like that. Like, I'm an advanced kind of person. So like, okay, the holidays are coming, so I'm gonna start, you know, making different things and just being ready so that the day of, everything's not as stressful. But I just don't have the energy. Like, I have no energy. And then another thing that's kind of really weird, like, I can, like, if I'm sitting down and then I stand up and then just start walking immediately, like, I will have no breath. And it's like, I cannot talk, and I have to sit down, catch my breath, and then stand up, and then wait, and then walk. And it's like this whole process, which sucks, but I have to remind myself to do it, because otherwise I'll be in the same situation. And that's something that's new. The scar tissue from my previous surgeries have definitely started to kick it up a notch, and just really hurts. It makes it very, very, very sensitive to touch, to the point where my shirt can't even be on my belly. So it's the only way to fix it is for me to lay down. I did ask my doctor about the belly band to see if she felt that would be something that may help me. But she was just honest. She's like, you know, I'm not really sure that that's something that would even show to be any benefit. This just might be something that you know, there isn't a fix for it. Like, there isn't anything around it. And then when it starts hurting, like, I just have to kind of lay down and let everything kind of calm down, and then just go back at it again. Sometimes it doesn't hurt until the end of the day, which isn't as bad because I'm already laying down. But then there are some days where I wake up and it's sore. So that's pretty hard to deal with, because of course it bothers me. Yeah, it just bothers me. The most exciting thing is I have started to feel baby flutters. I kind of thought that I had felt something like earlier on in the pregnancy, but this week 20 was the first time that I was actually like, oh yeah, like these babies are moving. Like this is the very first time. So that was like super exciting. And I don't know, like it just brings me so much joy and it brings me so much peace knowing that they're in there moving around, because before it was just like, I'm having like all these pains, everything's hurting, and I'm just like, gosh almighty, like I really do pray my babies are okay. So like it's just all this stuff that like and I think about, and I don't know, like it's just so interesting. And it's just exciting to know that it's just going to get stronger. And then my doctor said soon enough I'll be able to tell which one it is that's moving, which is good and exciting. So when I was at my appointment, my doctor was trying to find, check the heartbeats of both of the babies, and baby A just kind of was not having it. Like she was raising canes and she was sitting there trying to check the Doppler, but it was like she just kept moving, and literally all you heard was like all this movement, and like it was like loud pops, like she was kind of like kicking the Doppler. And yeah, she just was not having it, to the point where the doctor had to take the Doppler off and then like put it back on and kind of like surprise her. And then only then was she able to get like her heartbeat for like a quick second. She was like, you know what, she's fine. Like she's doing all that movement, she's fine. But then go over to baby B and like just clear as day, chilling, not moving, just like you can hear everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, baby A is showing out. And she's moved a lot too, because they were both breech. She's no longer breech, but it looked like she was now laying across the bottom, and baby B was still breech in the same position. So both of their heartbeats were fine. All of their the fluids, everything was fine, which was really good. And then from here on out, then I'll start doing the ultrasounds every month, and then closer to the time of them being due, then it'll be more frequent. And then another, not necessarily change, but my appointments are going to continue to be every 2 weeks. So I've only been able to do one appointment where they let me go for a month. All my other appointments, they've either been every week or every 2 weeks. So she said, my doctor said, we're just going to keep it on 2 weeks. So I go back in another 2 weeks for another check. And they're just going to continue to watch me from there. She said that as long as everything goes how it's been going, no complications or anything like that, then they will schedule the C-section for 37 or 38 weeks. She was like, nothing past that. And then before, if I start showing signs or having issues or, any of that sort, then they'll move the date up, but not back. So my last week taking the Makina is going to be 36 weeks, and then that shot will take me into week 37. So after that, then the babies will be here. So I'm just really excited. And my husband's came home, and that was really exciting because while he's been deployed, I've been sending him pictures weekly and, keeping him updated daily, telling him, what I'm feeling, what's going on, things like that. But it was really, really, really fun for him to come home. And when I picked him up, it was like some odd clock in the morning, so it was dark. But then when we got home and I stood up and he saw my belly, he was like, oh my gosh. He was like, the pictures do it no justice. you are huge. And I was like, yeah, like that's why all this stuff is hurting. That's why I can't sleep. Like I'm having all these, you know, going through all this stuff. And he's just like, oh my gosh. Like, so that has really been exciting for him to actually be here this past week and a half, 2 weeks. That's really been exciting for him to be here and actually witness the growth and go to the ultrasound appointment. So that's definitely been fun and a blessing because, you know, he gets to experience it with me. And I really enjoyed him being here. But now that he's here, I am back to what I like to call husband rest, because he does not like me up for long periods of time. He's like, go sit down. I'm trying to clean stuff. He's like, go sit down. So he definitely has been helping out since he's been home, which has been really nice. And he and Nala have been doing a lot of cooking, baking, and just, you know, having a bunch of fun and making sure I eat. Oh, y'all, I gained 4 pounds in 2 weeks. 4 pounds. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot in 2 weeks. So I was like, I was so worried. So I asked my doctor about it, and she was like, are you kidding me? Like, what is wrong with you? You've lost literally 10 pounds this pregnancy. She was like, and you're more than halfway through with the pregnancy. She was like, so think about it like this. Like, you're more than halfway through well, you're technically halfway through a pregnancy with twins, and you've only gained 4 pounds. She was like, that's amazing. And I was like, all right. And I was like, cause I was sitting in the doctor's office waiting room, and I really wanted some marshmallows and some Ready Whip. Like, for real, I wanted marshmallows and Ready Whip. She was like, yeah, go get it. So yeah, I ate Ready Whip on a spoon with some marshmallows. But anyway, that's another thing. Actually, my appetite has been like crazy. When I say crazy, it's been absolutely ridiculous. I'll eat a full meal, and then like 10 minutes later, I will be starving. I have to eat again, and then that's not enough. And I have to eat like a snack before I close my eyes, because otherwise when I wake up, I'll be really lightheaded. It's like my blood sugar or something, like, I don't know. It's really bad. So I have to make sure that I eat, because otherwise it's not good. It's not good. So, but other than that, the babies are doing well. I'm doing well, and I'm super, super, super excited. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Oh, actually, let me show you my belly. Hold on. So, here is my belly. My belly button's coming out too, which is gonna be funny. But, my belly. I actually got these little sweatpant joggers from Walmart, and they are so comfortable. But yeah, there she is. And my belly button's coming. My belly button is actually coming out, because now it's like my belly button's right here, and I used to have a really deep innie, so like I'm pretty sure my belly button's gonna come out soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for taking the time and catching up on our journey, and I hope that you guys have a great day.